Hello, everyone. I'm your host, Francesco DiCarlo, and I'm here with Danny Smith, and this is the Danny and Francesco Show. How you doing, Danny?
I'm good. Just chilling. What about you?
Same. It's the usual. The last 3 weeks have been the same for us. Nothing different.
You been working?
Dude, I've been working like crazy, man. Works good. Making some money.
How how's that been?
It's been good. It's nice to be an essential worker, make some money.
Yeah, that's good.
You need it nowadays. Which is
Yeah,
nice.
no, I really do.
All right. So usually, like we talk about like general information about what's going on in the world with the coronavirus, but today we're going to be talking about how the coronavirus has infected Major League Baseball. And that's a big topic because no one knows when sports are going to come back.
Yeah, so I guess we'll start with when that Arizona plan came out for
Mhm.
baseball.
Mhm.
So when I first read it, like I thought like, maybe we could like send everyone and like, but when like you really read into like more like what players are saying, like there's just so many problems you really don't think about that will like come into effect with people like the players just staying in Arizona and playing.
Yeah,
So
like Mike Trout, like he said that like playing in Arizona there would be a lot of like red flags. Like this is what he said. His quote. He said, "Being quarantined in a city, if we play a couple months, it would be difficult for some guys," which is true because some of them have families, they have kids.
yeah,
You
and
know,
I saw what he said about his wife was pregnant.
his wife is
He
pregnant.
got
So,
mentioned that. So, and a good point he made was, say players leave Arizona to go be with their family or go do like something out of there. Do they have to be quarantined before coming back into the lineup, or
exactly.
so there's just so many like things that can go wrong with it.
Yeah.
So I don't really think that's a realistic
Yeah.
situation.
And even like his coach, Joe Madden, he's like, yeah, he said best case scenario, baseball might be in 4 to 6 weeks we might play, but that's best case scenario. That's a stretch,
Yeah.
you
And
know.
I think it would be best case scenario to have playing in your home field with no fans. I think like that's what we should all like expect now because
Mm.
I don't think we're gonna have fans in stadiums anytime soon.
I
So as
mean,
long as the season in.
yeah, Dr. Fauci, he said that we could play sports in 2020, but there'd just be no fans in attendance.
Yeah. So I mean I would be with that honestly because as long if we could just get sports, I feel like it would help a lot. But it would be weird like seeing like no crowds and no fans in
Hmm.
attendance.
And
It'd
then
be weird.
I saw this MLB proposed plan, the first one, because I've seen a few of them. One of
Yeah.
them says they use electronic strike zone to allow the plate umpire to maintain sufficient distance from catcher and batter. No mound visits. Players and coaches would be sitting in the stands 6 feet apart instead of in the dugout, which is very weird.
Yeah.
And then yeah, instead of using the dugout, and then 7 inning double headers. That's
Yeah,
interesting.
I don't like that, and I feel like for players, especially in like contract years or like
Hmm.
just stuff going on, I don't think they're gonna want to do that. Like get a bunch of games in. First of all, I think baseball should shorten the season as it is.
Hmm.
So I don't think people are gonna like risk injuries playing double headers. It's just I don't think that would be a good idea.
And the players sitting in the stands, like I feel like that's weird. I don't know how that would work.
That's so weird. I
That'd be
can't.
so weird. And the Mets catcher Rene Rivera said we might as well play dodgeball, instead of actually tag.
Really, like, what's gonna happen when there's like a play at the plate or?
Yeah, exactly,
Um,
which makes no sense. And I saw another plan too, where the MLB's instead of doing the NLL, they're gonna do like spring training, like the Grapefruit League and
I saw that too. Yeah, have one league in like Tampa and the other one in
hmm I mean
Arizona.
that wouldn't be bad because some players they already have houses there,
Yeah,
in spring training and stuff like that. So it would be
that
interesting.
would that would be that would be like I think it would be interesting to see like what would happen. Would it be like an A like would there be divisions with
Yeah,
even
I think there would be about 6 divisions. Which
yeah I mean there's six divisions now but I'm saying like there's like it's like the grapefruit right and the
Yeah, it's in the Grapefruit League there would be the North, the South, and the East, and then the Cactus League would be the Northeast, the West, and the Northwest.
okay so
So they would just be modified
yeah
because originally they had the Grapefruit League, but now they're separating them by where the team's home stadium is in Florida.
yeah
So that's how
so
they.
it would be like different divisions for a year or
Yeah, yeah, that would be crazy.
yeah.
Like I was looking at.
Another thing I saw is like say baseball does come in,
Mhm.
and say like the NBA and NHL finish their seasons, like I feel like they'll lose like so much ratings because like say like a lot of their regular season falls into right where the playoffs are for both those leagues. I feel like they'll lose a lot of ratings and money because
Yeah,
people watching these playoffs, and then by the time the playoffs are over, the MLB season will be like coming up to an end. So
Yeah, and I saw Forbes. They put out an article. They said that the MLB, if they don't play at all, they could lose at least $4 billion.
yeah, I mean, they would lose so
Crazy.
much money. So
That would be bad. They would lose revenue in like in merchandise and fans coming, fan
I
incentives.
kind of feel like out of all the leagues that the MLB is in like the worst situation because hockey and basketball got most of their seasons in. Football has a lot of time to like plan out and adjust to like if there's a new schedule or when they're going to have the games in. Meanwhile, this is falling right when baseball should be starting, and who knows how long this can go, and maybe cancel the whole season. So I feel like
Yeah,
they're
I saw like Scott Boras, I believe his name is, the MLB agent.
yeah,
He's like he wants like with the World Series on Christmas or something like that.
yeah.
I saw. That's weird.
I just think it's a bad idea. I don't like that. And like say like you can't say the Yankees are in the World Series. You're not gonna have it in the Bronx on Christmas.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
And like it's a field in San Diego or
yeah.
like Miami. Is it really gonna be sold out with two out of market teams? I mean the Yankees have a lot of fans everywhere, but say it's like I don't know,
I know.
Twins, Brewers or something
Yeah, exactly.
playing in San Diego. You really think people there are gonna? It's not gonna happen.
And then like to bounce off like what you said before, like the NFL, they only have like 16 games. They could like work with it. The MLB has 162 games. How are they gonna work all that into like a
It's
short?
an everyday thing.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
so
And
it's
then
gonna be, we'll see
and
what
then like I saw like the MLB like they like all their staff and all like the players are like they're participating in like a COVID antibody study, which is nice.
Yeah, I did see that. That's good for the MLB to do that. I feel like, but then again, I feel like they really want to get the season in, so they'll do whatever it takes. I feel like.
And I saw a statement from one of the players. They're saying like as long as like we could get as many people as possible, the faster we could get like a vaccine and everything
Yeah,
like that. And see like if the antibodies actually like if someone has it, like will they get it again and stuff like that, which is
yeah.
nice. So hopefully, if more players do that, that'd be great.
And going back to them like all being in Arizona, the NHL came up with stuff, and maybe I don't know about the NBA, but the NHL came up with having a playoffs in like North Dakota. And
Mhm.
like instead of all being in Arizona like baseball, hockey would be in North Dakota. But I feel like that would be different because if it's just the playoffs, it's almost like a tournament.
Yeah,
Like
basically.
if you lose, you go home, I guess maybe.
Yeah, it's not like a whole
While baseball, it
season.
would be a full season in like one state or
Hmm.
like two states. Meanwhile, I feel like hockey and basketball could have other options because only well, I feel like they would have some sort of I don't know if it would be the same format, but maybe changed.
Hmm.
There probably wouldn't be every team. So then you can kind of like adjust like someone loses, they're out, and it's like it would only be a couple months too. It wouldn't be a whole year.
And I saw like Dr. Fauci said like the MLB players like they would put them in hotels. First of all, is like kind of annoying for them.
Yeah, like what are you gonna do? Go to the field, and go to the hotel, and like not be able to do anything else?
Yeah, then they would have to like take tests like all the time to see if like they have the virus or they've caught it somehow.
Yeah, I
And
mean some countries are having like you leave your apartment, you get your temperature taken,
yeah,
and
and like they'd have like
everywhere you go
maximized.
almost.
Yeah, they would have maximized security over there to make sure everything's okay. I just feel like it's a
Mhm.
lot of money. I feel like they would lose more money than make money if they did stuff like that.
Yeah, they're in a really tough situation, so
Hmm.
I don't know what's gonna happen.
And then another thing is like the MLB, like you know how like the WWE was deemed like an essential business in
Yeah, so
Florida.
far
The MLB, like people were asking like, will they do that? And it turns out that maybe they won't seek the essential business exemption, which
they won't.
no, they won't. No, so I guess they're really like taking their time to process it, make sure everything's like the social distancing is like better before they actually like go forward.
Yeah. And I saw like Trump and Fauci were saying that playing like in empty stadiums is like a possibility, and then like as time goes on, they'll like lessen the restrictions and maybe like so you'll sit like a few seats apart, and then hopefully one day it'll be everyone again.
I mean, the Arizona governor is all fine with like the MLB with the MLB's plan in Arizona. Honestly, he just said that they just have to wait for the right time, which makes sense.
Yeah,
But I feel like just
yeah,
his
we'll
plan
see
just
it.
doesn't work out.
Yeah, so,
Yeah, which is like brutal. But I'm just waiting for like my Mets to play. You know, I miss them too much.
yeah, yeah. This was supposed to be a great season for like the Yankees and Mets, so
Hmm.
wish it would have happened.
I know. So, all right, that's it, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I'm your host, Francesco Carlo, and I'm here with Danny Smith. We hope you have a nice day.